Wow. So I'm not even going to try to get into your reading list. Are there a few that you continue to revisit, or a few that with your young people under 30 that you're saying for sure pick up this one?
You can't go wrong with anything by Napoleon Hill. You can read, if you only read one book, you could pick a few of them. Tony Robbins, Winning in the Money Game. That's, what's more important. Let's learn from someone who knows, right? And one thing that I'm very, very clear about that I make sure that everybody needs to understand, be very particular who you take your advice from, and never listen to someone who hasn't already done what it is that you're trying to do. Because many, many times, number one, the number one reason that we fail in life, number one, is being married to the wrong person. But number two is listening to our friends and our loved ones, our family. Our family misguides us more than anybody else on the planet. It's not because they want us to fail. It's they just don't have the right information.
Expand a little bit on marrying the right person.
Well, it goes back to Napoleon Hill, and I try really hard to be a sponge and soak up. If I'm going to take, because I don't love reading, but if I'm going to take the time to read an hour a day, then I better try to remember what I read. I can't memorize it all, but I can remember what I read. Napoleon Hill said that being married to the wrong person is just an absolute recipe for failure. You absolutely cannot make it to where you want to go if your partner doesn't know where you want to go and doesn't want to make sacrifices to help get you where you want to go. So, if you can do one of two things, you can give up on your dreams, or you can find the right mate.
That's very good advice.
I mean, it's just true, man. And I'm not being ugly. So many people settle. Okay. Now the 48 young people that I had working here, some of them are gone already, but there's a few that are hanging around trying to get in that inner circle of mine that are not going to college. Some are going to college. I've got 3 kids in college, by the way, my own children. But the children, the kids that are here, I call them all kids. They're young. Some of them are college material, and they'll do well in college to have a college career. Some will make excellent employees, but there are a few that have no business going to college and have no business being an employee. They need to be an entrepreneur. And it's a small circle of people, or it's a small percentage of people who can do it and do it well. But those who want to do it can do it if they have the right information and the right tools. And the information's out there. You just have to be willing to do a couple of things. When you read a book, the first thing you need to ask yourself, does this person know what they're talking about, or are they full of it? And if they're full of it, throw the book down. Don't regard anything they said again. But if you really believe that they know what they're talking about and they're giving you advice, that's what most books are, then do everything that person tells you to do until you find a better piece of advice. And that's hard to do. But if you listen to the people with the good advice, your life will be a lot different.
And I know that you're reading the book, Billy, because when I was trying to get my screen share tool to work here, I saw you waiting for me in the studio, and I saw while you were waiting, picked up the book. I saw you reading.
If there's downtime, if there's ever any downtime, I always have a book with me, because, we only got so much time, man, and we can squander our time. The billionaires of the world, and all of us, I would think, wouldn't mind being in that class of a billionaire. All the billionaires have the same 24 hours that we do. They just use their time differently. So learning to use your time appropriately, and guess what? We're all running out of it. So it's kind of serious if you think about it. We only have so much time, and we're all running out of it. Why would you waste your time putting garbage in, or allowing garbage to come into your mind, which is the most precious asset that we do have?